people? Welcome to the R.E.P. Cle Elum Lake right here in Cle Elum, Washington. This is a nice beach, as you can see. It's a nice view. As people are parked, right here in front of the water. It's not like super crowded, but as you can see, cars trickling in right now as we speak. Some people over there, boats. People have got ATVs, jet skis, different agendas when they come here. It's nice to see a lot of families in this area, so at least you know that it is safe and kid-friendly. Sometimes it's just nice to slow down in life. A little pointer I would recommend though, especially for those who have never been to Cle Elum, roads are unpaved. Navigation isn't always the best. They're in unmarked territories unless if you have a proper accommodation. Information from hotel staff letting you know of like where to go and what to do. Since I came here with a group of people, we had a lot of scrambling around. Really, some proper organization. People have been running around here and there. Now as we start walking towards the other end of the beach, the Telesin over there, I'll just zoom in closer. I wonder what that is. I'm probably just a maintenance place. I don't know, but we're just gonna start walking down this way. Oh, that's such a beautiful mountain, isn't it? Oh, look at that guy right there. He's got his ATV today. Now, as we are gonna continue walking this way, let's see where it takes us. And I'm not sure what's over there, but we'll see how I feel after I walk this next amount of steps. We're getting into a little closer end right now. See, there's an orange line down over there. You can't really see it. It might be restricted. We'll just have to find out. Man, that's such a lovely drive here, and it's always just such a satisfying feeling to hear the sound of the ocean, children playing. For those of you who are coming here for the first time, have your phone on airplane mode because right now I'm on SOS. Reception is not really the greatest unless if your phone carrier has popular cell service. You just gotta learn to appreciate being present in the moment and disconnecting from the world, not having anyone bother you for a period of time. As you can see, I've made it this far. I think this is probably far enough, and I don't really see what's to know up there, so we're gonna start heading back. As an additional note, for those of you who are first timers, be careful when you're driving certain types of vehicles. I saw some people that were struggling to get out. We're at the water side. Very windy here. Water is very cold, so you might want to consider bundling up thermal layers because of the cold water. And if you're wanting to go even the further mile, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see over there, they got their jet skis. And if you're able to do that, then I say good for you. And as you can see, there's a lot of tire tracks here in this area because people have been struggling to get out. Just consider investing in possibly a pickup truck that can actually get out of it. Ask around the people. I'm sure they should be willing to help and say, here, let me help you push the vehicle, because down over on that end, some people were trying to help. But be careful that when you're in this area, because you may have to struggle to get out. I'll show you. Tough sand, so just be mindful that when you leave the area. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this by the way is a sniper veil, and as you can see, look at my shirt, it's shaking a lot because it's very windy here. A lot of people are kind of unhappy because, well, it's not fun dealing with wind, but this is just the nature of where we are right now. Tune in as we're going to be heading to the jet ski, and then we're going to just capture some live footage.
That direction!
Woo! Yeah! Woo! Hey! Woo! Under the ocean! Woo! Woohoo!
Watch out!
I know! I'm going back out! Woo! Woohoo! Hell yeah, man! Hell yeah!
Okay, well that will conclude our time for jet skiing. You see, it's just way too windy right now. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be wrapping up here at our time at the lake. Our next excursion for today is that we're going to be riding a bicycle. been about an hour and a half right now, and it's 11:30 at the moment. My camera ended up dying. One thing I regret not doing was bringing the battery bag. Time for perfection. I just live in the moment. Otherwise, I'm glad at least the setup I had worked out good. Now in the middle of basically nowhere, but I'm very thankful. Telephone poles within the area, so at least I still have some cell service. Last man here to stop because everyone else was, getting faster, but thigh cramping and I'm very tired. Very fortunate to have someone back here with me to keep me company and giving me some snacks, and then also encourage me to drink water, some Dot's pretzels. I tried to suggest we should just turn back now before it's too late, because I knew something like this would happen. Until the group returns back, let's just sit down and enjoy the view and feel the wind. Next order of business is that we're going to be walking down what's called 1,000 steps. Still light enough so where you can still go down. Hopefully I also have the strength to make it all the way down, because there's a riverside I'd like to go see. If you're looking for a nice accommodation, it's the diagram for 1,000 steps, and there's a lot of history behind this. This is the view of how to get down from here, and let's see how long it takes. Man, oh man, now look at this. This is basically the forestry, and hearing the sound of the river. Isn't it lovely, ain't it, huh? Our accommodation is up there, and wow, look how far we've already come down. This is bobcats. I eat mostly birds and rodents. Cougars are my biggest threat. I am twice as big as your pet cat. The thing about being here in Sankadia, it's mostly vacation rental homes or people who are getting Airbnbs. The thing to note about it is that it can be a bit pricey here in this area, but I haven't really had to spend any money so far. But the best thing to do is just come here and just enjoy scenery. Wow, look at that. I guess that's probably restricted down over there. Just follow the path this way. I'm gonna guess this is probably where everyone's going down. Just listen to that. Doesn't that sound so beautiful? Sound of the water passing through. Now this is what you call beauty right here. Look at the river just passing through. Look at that. Isn't this lovely or what? So now that we've come to a minor stopping point, this map right here. Welcome to Riverfront Park. Lodge at Sankadia, 1,000 steps, kite and frisbee playground, the Riverfront Park, and then the river. We just crossed 1,000 steps. If I had to put into words, a beautiful, quiet, hearing the sound of the river. There's just not like a crazy ton of people here, unlike certain beaches where it's like super crowded on the weekends. As you can see, look at that. And up there is the rest of Sankadia. Another map here that we can get familiar with, Sankadia's trails. As a final note, please respect private property boundaries. Here's where we are right now, because as you are here, don't try to go out by yourself, especially when, certain trails like this, where it's all marked. It's also shared with a golf course, wild animals. You might want to just drive. Everything here is kind of awkwardly placed. So there's like nobody here in this area. It feels like back home when you go to this forestry, but this is like next level beauty, right? So let's keep going, let's keep going. I wonder where we should turn back, or is there a stopping point where we can't actually turn back? I don't know. But I definitely don't want to go too far though. Looking back on my stopwatch, it took us about 14 minutes and 30 seconds, but that's a good easy walk to come down, especially for 1,000 steps. So if you remember the map that we saw earlier ago, and then there's Sankadia above. When you look down over here, at least it's like not super deep, but at least you can still, walk on this way, and then you can head that way to the logs. Well, if anyone wants to give this a try, I say go for it. Here's another pointer to remember. Warning, water flow can change rapidly and without notice. Use extreme caution while swimming, boating, or fishing. Guys, notice how fast the current is going, and it's not like it's gonna be that easy to stop, and it's probably gonna suck you away. Nothing better than a moment I take my shoes off, my feet in the water. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna start heading back up. This concludes the tour of the 1,000 steps. So after all that walking around, and we're gonna be heading downstairs. R&R time. One of the best things about this accommodation, really nice setup. It's a little bit pricey, but it works out. It's great. Pool room, pool table, and we got TV, fire pits, all the lounge chairs and couches, and then there's the restaurant and bar. So the lobby side. Oh man, it's a busy night here today, I see. Apparently there's more to this hotel than I thought it was going to be, and man, it's quite exciting. All right, so we've got some history of someone named Craven, Owens, and then we have, so these must be conference rooms, or are they meeting halls? I'm not sure. It's all a mystery to me, right? I've never been inside the hotel, but this is a pretty nice setup here. Okay, so now that I'm seated, this will be our menu for today right here. We got spirits, and we got cocktails, and then we have an all-day menu right here for gather and days. Which one do we go with? But also, I'm not really feeling like alcohol for tonight. So apparently this restaurant is actually kind of a separate occasion. So where I'm right now, the other operation over there, which is called the Swords, is actually a different setup. Here it's open seating, so you just sit down and the server will come to you. Here's our first drink of the night, a huckleberry sour, and luckily there's no alcohol. Hold on, wait a minute, that's not a straw. That's a stick. Nothing but a good old sweet drink, waiting for our dish to show up. Cheers to you, people. I think I'll just give it to you straight. Now, I'm here alone. It's fine because I kind of need time alone away from the circle. Though I didn't get to go to the other side of Washington I wanted to see, which was Leavenworth. Yeah, that's a fruit in here. Top highlights though is definitely jet skiing and riding a bicycle. Even though bicycle is probably much more harder. But in all honesty, if I had to tell anyone about what to do for next vacation, if you want recreational activities, just don't do them like, back-to-back days. Monday, going on an excursion, and then Tuesday going on another excursion right there. Your body needs rest, you're very tired, you don't really want to do much. To say I wasn't really in the greatest mood today. And that's why I'm here at this very restaurant by myself, because it was my best decision to not, see the circle again today. The dish is now arrived. This right here is what they call the backcountry bao with duck. Oh, look at that. We got kimchi, and then there's the duck, and then this is basically in, that bread that I usually have when I'm at dim sum. Oh, this looks so colorful, isn't it? 3 little pieces. But you know what? That's enough to fill me up, right?
Okay.
You good. What's up? Alright, good.
For the whole night?
Some flavors.
Check.
Look right here. What? I'm gonna top it off. It's a bit of kimchi. We're selling now. It's a biscuit.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good taste. I mean, good taste. Oh, that's so good. Well, I must say compliments to the chef. Although it was pricey, this is how I can say compliments to the chef. I hope the chef will be happy when he sees the 2 plates. Now that I'm back in my combination, I'll just tell you what I discovered. With one drink and also one dish, came out to be $38 plus sales tax, so it ended up becoming $41 plus including a $7 tip, which ended up becoming $48. Together, it was definitely still worth the experience. I would just be mindful because if you have desserts, it'll be a little bit more extra. Avoid alcohol or even just a sweet drink like I had today. Just use your best judgment, but just be mindful of what you're going to pay, including sales tax. During our time there was a lot of change of plans, and also we never followed the original itinerary. Some of them being we're going to go hiking, Leavenworth, a different activity, or whatever the case was. We ended up never really following what it was supposed to be on the agenda. Believe me, when I saw the agenda of what was supposed to happen, I was definitely having a lot of anxiety. People were on the edge, and so was I, even though I was never part of the planning. People who travel for hours and days to get there. No sense of organization, but it's just kind of how it was. During our time at the lake, we actually ended up getting stuck in the sand. We were there for almost a good at least hour or hour and 10 minutes. Until finally, one of the people who from the jet ski rental was nice to come out with his truck and a friend of his. I'm not supposed to do this because I do not want to take liability for anybody, but I will be nice to do so because this happens all the time for people who come to this very lake. They know exactly where to drive around, so that way we can get out easily, and we had to hurry to another reservation. During the bike riding, I had bad cramping. The solution was they actually were nice to give me an electronic bike. Once they set me up for electronic bike, I was just flying away. They definitely felt bad because had they had instructed us what to do and how to operate, because I think they all thought in everyone's minds that they thought everyone knew how to ride a bike. However, now to look back on the good moments, let's breathe, right? That's all. Breathe out. Testing out all my camera equipment, having dinner by myself at the resort, and conversing with people at the pool area. If I had to give advice for anyone who were to ask what I would do differently, I would not recommend doing recreational activities that take very serious hand strength. Riding a bike is like this, and jet ski, I would not recommend doing that back to back unless if you're used to it and you're willing to take that risk. I knew my limits, and I was very much on the edge of it all. What I would do differently than instead, activity here, than doing something a little bit more relaxing, like walking around a downtown zone and just taking a lot of pictures and capturing what it's like there. I've been misread, underestimated, and left behind, but I stayed standing, and I know who I am. I travel not to escape, but to expand, to listen deeper than words, to walk into unfamiliar streets with my head high and my instincts sharp. I carry more than a passport, a story, forged in trials, betrayals, and second chances. Where others saw a tourist, I became a witness. Where I felt overlooked, I learned to observe with care. I do not film for approval. I film to remember, honor quiet moments, and document truth with dignity. I know how it feels to be misunderstood, treated like an outsider, even at home. But I kept going, showing up, heart intact, and boundaries firm. I blend in not to hide, but to respect. I move carefully, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. I pack light, but never forget what I've carried inside. Not all scars are visible, and not all journeys are on maps. I vow to be the kind of traveler who doesn't just take from the world, but leaves behind moments of peace, curiosity, and humble strength. I face each day as a mission, not for perfection, but to walk forward as someone who knows I've seen hell and I'm still standing. Wherever I go, I carry the light that saved me.